Hey guys, how's it going? Anthony Muthurajah here, back with a new video lesson for y'all. Today I want to talk about rhythm changes in regards to comping and soloing. Okay, so what is rhythm changes? Rhythm changes is basically a specific structure in jazz which is used heavily to write melodies and to improvise over. It's based off of the tune I Got Rhythm by George Gershwin. So over the years, harmonically, melodically, and rhythmically, rhythm changes has seen a lot of changes. It's been through a lot of stuff. There are so many things you can do with it, but it's super tricky at the same time, just because of the way the chords are laid out, or the changes are laid out rather. Okay, so we're going to take a look at rhythm changes in B flat. So rhythm changes in its most basic form, which is an AABA. So the A would be 1, 6, 2, 5 for the first 4 bars. So in key of B flat, that will be B flat, G, C, F. Okay, and the second half does this blues turnaround kind of thing: B flat, D, E flat, E, F, B flat, F. So this, if I want to break this down the chords, it will be B flat over D, E dominant, E flat dominant, E diminished, F dominant or sus, and then B flat, F. So without the yapping, I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that is the most basic form, okay? Very rarely you hear people play rhythm changes this way. Now one of the common things to do, especially when you have this 1, 6, 2, 5 motion, is to do a 3, 6, 2, 5 instead of 1, 6, 2, 5. But obviously you can't really start with the 3, 6, 2, 5 because that might sound a little weird. So what we do is, since it's 4 bars long and the cycle happens 2 times, the second half of the cycle we do 3, 6, 2, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now that gives you a little more motion. Okay, and now over here, where it does the B flat dominant, B flat over D, E flat dominant, E diminished, F dominant, one of the cool things to do with the dominants is to add the relative minor. So instead of going directly to the B flat dominant, we do F minor, B flat dominant, and then instead of an E flat 7, we can do E flat major 7, or we can do E flat 7. It doesn't, I mean, it matters, but it's a thing you play by ear. So F minor, B flat, E flat, and then A flat dominant. So the second half would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can do a 3, 6, 2, 5 to turn it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? So now, one thing that's very important to keep in mind is it's an AABA. So the first A circles back to the A again, but the second A goes into the B section. So the turnaround is slightly different. So the second A would be like this, the whole A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so it does a 2, 5, 1 instead of a 3, 6, 2, 5 because we don't have the space. We are trying to create space to get into the B section. Okay, so now, how do you walk? How do you keep these constant quarter notes running and still imply the changes? Now, I did do a lesson on developing walking bass lines. I'm going to put the link in the description, so you can check that out for a more detailed understanding of how to develop walking bass lines in general. But with rhythm changes, because there is a chord every 2 beats, it gets a little tricky. So sometimes you hear people do stuff like where they repeat a note. There's nothing wrong in that, all right? You can definitely do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to systematically develop ideas for walking bass lines. And this is the same thing I also do for developing soloing ideas. Just taking my time, breaking it down and seeing how can I connect one chord to the next. How do I connect the root motion, and then how do I melodically connect them? All right, so 1, 6, 2, 5. Very simple motion. Now B flat to G, I can play the A in between. Okay, and then from the G it goes to C. So before the C, I have a bunch of options I can use. I can play the G again, or I can play D, or B, or even C sharp. Okay, now instead of the A, I can do A flat. And then to the F, I can use the F sharp below it, or G, or E. So the possible combinations are pretty endless. So what I used to do is I used to just spend time writing out simple ideas. So now these are all emphasizing the root on the downbeat of the chord. So B flat, G, C, F, D, G, C, F, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D, G, C, F, B flat. Now get comfortable with that, and I won't even push the tempo yet, because that's another misconception people tend to have, is that rhythm changes has to be played fast. Not necessarily. It is fun to play fast, it's super challenging, but speed is something you can develop down the road. But understanding the information is far more important. All right, so you work on connecting the changes that way, and then eventually just try to move away from the root. So I can do stuff like right, so trying different resolution points. I mean, just explore, but have a system, approach it with patience. Don't just try to run at it, all right, and break your foot. So don't do that. Now the B section is a set of 4 dominant chords. So it's the 3, 7, 2 bars each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5. Okay, now one of the easiest things to do, since it's 2 bars long, is to do a 2 to that 5. So if it's D7, we'll do A minus 7, D7. G7, we'll do D minus 7, G7. For the C7, we'll do G minus 7, C7. For the F7, C minus 7, F7. So you'll get Alright, so now I used to sit down and write out variations on sheet music. So I would start one chorus this way, the next chorus I will start another way, and then for one chorus I will try to use more pedal points, and I probably will do a lesson more detailed on pedal points down the road. But just writing out ideas, recording yourself, and trying to just sing your ideas at the same time, it really helps make everything concrete. Alright, so now the same principles are applicable to soloing, but I guess I will do a more detailed lesson on that later, because rhythm changes tends to have this sound to its soloing, you know, like Right? It's got this very, very classic bebop vibe to it. So I guess I'll do a separate lesson just on that. So other than that, I think this is pretty much what you would need to get you started with rhythm changes. Alright, so as usual, if you have any questions, do drop a comment below, and do subscribe to my channel for more lessons, and I hope you sincerely get something out of this. So until the next one, I'll see you guys in the shed. Peace.